gun a little bit.
Let's jump the gun. So this is Capital Collision.
From New Japan Pro Wrestling's Strong branch. This is their American branch. This will be from the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C., and this is the MegaMets podcast. We kick it off with a Strong Survivor match. Basically, whoever wins this Strong Survivor gauntlet at the end of the year gets to become the newest student to the dojo.
Before we continue on with this, it turns out that both this and the next match are part of the pre-show.
Right. You want to see the cookbook? Here it is.
Ooh, that's beautiful right there. Beautiful.
Based on a TV show that Trish hosted in Thames back in 71. It didn't last long, though.
So what if it didn't last long? I had no idea he was into culinary stuff. That is something I never knew about because I always remember Vincent Price as one of the legends in the horror genre. A legend. God rest his soul.
True that. I mean, most of his influence in cooking came not just from his parents who ran various extract and cereal companies, but also from his second wife, Mary, who was a massive foodie.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Anyway, what do you got for this? Matt Vandgriff or Alan Breeze?
Both of them are very talented. They are very talented indeed. But if I were to make my honest choice, this Matt Vandgriff is a wrestler who was for Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, and New Japan. Wow, this guy's been a lot. While Alan Breeze I know very little about. But I'm going to go with Matt.
Same here. Next up is a tag match. Trish Adora of AEW teams with Viva of CMLL to take on Stardom's Empress Nexus Venus, Mina Shirakawa, and Hanako.
Ooh, that might be a good one. A good tag team match that's going to be such fun to watch.
Yeah, will.
So I'm probably going to be choosing the Empress Nexus Venus. Would have been I wish their name would have been Empress Nexus Vexus, but Nexus Venus is all right.
Well, it's actually a faction name in Stardom, so it makes sense.
It does.
Anyway, I'm going to go ENV as well.
Very good. Fair. Surprising. Now we reach a three-way dance. A three-way tag team dance to determine the number one contenders for the Strong Openweight tag team titles.
Winner of this
side. Okay, go ahead.
Winner of this heads to Fighting Spirit Unleashed in October in Sin City.
In Las Vegas. It's going to be such a ride. On one side, we have Tomohiro Ishii and his partner, Hiroshi Tanahashi, against the grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Zack Gibson, against TMDK, the bad dude Tito and Robbie Eagles.
Let's just throw Robbie and Tito under the bus. It makes no sense for them to go after Haston Nichols.
Okay, why would they want to do that? Why are they involved in this match?
That's what bugs me. Outside of wanting to keep the belts in the Mighty Don't Kneel, I don't see any reason for Robbie and Tito to win this. Throwing the fact that Tito's got MLW commitments as their national openweight champion, this plate's pretty full.
Yep. So I'd say TMDK ain't gonna win this. Right. I don't know why they decided to jump the gun and put in the match. But if I were to choose, I'd say the winner for this that we're gonna go on in Sin City are Ishii and Tanahashi.
I'm gonna go Grizzled Young Vets. I mean, it'd be interesting. You got one team from the UK against a team that was essentially a prison colony, Britain's massive prison colony years ago.
Wait, what?
Australia was originally set up by the Brits as a prison colony in the 19th century.
I never knew that.
You ever watch that episode Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego entitled The Waltz Whammy?
Oh, I remember that episode. Yeah, I remember that.
Chief openly states Australia was set up as a prison colony for British convicts.
I just mind blown. I was just a kid when I watched it, but now back as an adult, I literally am blown away by that. Wow. I had no idea, though. That's a nice history lesson to go with it.
So I'm going to go the Grizzled Young Vets. It's when you consider that Haste and Nichols play tweener on Strong when technically the Mighty O'Neil is meant to be a heel faction in New Japan proper when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yet they get treated like baby faces, which is kind of funny.
Yes, I know. I find that weird.
Next up, Kevin Knight, Rocky Romero, and YOSHI take on Bullet Club War Dogs, consisting of IWGP Global Champion David Finlay and IWGP Junior Champs Clark Connors and Drilla Moloney. I gotta go off on something. Why is HASHI getting the global title shot at Destruction in Kobe on the 29th of September? This should have been Goto's title match, not his.
It's unnecessary. I'm gonna be honest.
Especially when you consider that YOSHI didn't even make the cut for this year's G1. Hell, he wasn't even in Finley's block. Even if he did make the cut, he would have been in the A block, not the B block.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna pick my choose right now because YOSHI does not deserve this opportunity. I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt. Screw it. I'm going with the War Dogs. They need that win. YOSHI does not deserve to have that opportunity in September. Honestly.
And he only got it because he pinned Finlay in a tag match on the final day of the tournament.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, look, I get it. You want to save Goto for Power Struggle or King of Pro Wrestling, that's fine. But not at the expense of making his tag team partner Cannon Fire. This should have gone to someone like Yota Tsuji, Yuya Uemura, or...
I know. I just find this so baffling.
And heck, Tsuji actually beat him twice during the tournament. He beat Finlay twice during the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going War Dogs as well.
You made the right call. Seriously.
Next up, a grudge match. Dirty Work, Fred Rosser and Filthy Tom Lawler against the West Coast Wrecking Crew, Royce Isaacs and Jarrell Nelson. This all stems from the complete fallout and collapse of Team Filthy about 4 months ago in Chicago at Windy City Riot when, in a fatal four-way, Jarrell and Royce couldn't capitalize on beating Phantasmo and Hikuleo, who were the strong champs at the time, TMDK pulling a blind tag on them and sneaking in, picking up the scraps.
Mm-hmm.
For Lawler and Rosser, this is about payback. And for Royce and Jarrell, this is about basically burying the past because they were part of the New Japan Strong incarnation of Team Filthy from day one. They've been part of New Japan Strong from day one. But in their minds, they've been constantly overshadowed by the Filthy one. Especially when you consider Tom is the longest reigning Strong Openweight champion ever, having held that belt for close to a year before getting beat by the guy he's teaming with, Fred Rosser.
I find that so weird.
It's a case of the enemy of my enemy is an ally.
I always consider that Stockholm syndrome for some reason.
True.
So, who's going to end up winning this?
Well, West Coast Wrecking Crew took a shortcut when these two fought in Resurgence back in May, so I say Dirty Work gets the win back.
Yeah, I'm letting Dirty Work get the win.
G1 34 winner, Zack Sabre Jr., who needs a warm-up match. He's getting Teton. And Zack is choosing
I still can't believe I predicted that Zack would win.
Yeah, but you know, take into account that he would choose to not, he would burn that title shot almost instantly, going to use it in Ryogoku instead of the Tokyo Dome.
I find it weird.
Well, when you think about it, it does have some level of sense because usually September to January is usually the weak point for New Japan because nothing really happens outside the odd junior or never title change. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So it makes sense that Zack would want to speed along. And not only that, but it helps him catch Naito off guard. October 14th, maybe it finally comes home. I'm taking Zack to beat Teton. What about you?
This is tough because we're going to get our hands on a hell of a good match. Oh my God. Zack Sabre Jr. and Titan are going to light up the arena for sure. So if I were to pick, I'll let Zack win.
On the other side, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Tetsuya Naito in a non-title match faces TJP. This is basically set up for his match in Kobe against the Great Okan for the world title.
Well, this will also be a good one.
And I can understand the logic here. Soften Naito up. You know he's basically in a spot where his body is giving out. He's got a bit of a detached retina, hematomas, bad legs, bad back, neck, shoulders. I mean, he's basically going into this the walking wounded. Sure, he'll get out of Kobe alive with that title in hand. But against Zack, he's not surviving. I'm giving Naito the win here regardless. You?
This is tough. I know for a fact that Tetsuya Naito's body about to give out, so I choose TJP.
Going with an upset here. Next up, strong openweight tag titles. TMDK, Shane Hayes and Mikey Nichols defend against Hechicero y Virus.
Oh boy, this one has a stipulation. If Hiromu loses, he must publicly say...
You skipped one. I'm at the strong tag title match.
Oh yeah, the strong tag titles. TMDK, Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes versus Hechicero and Virus.
Pronounce Virus.
Virus. But it says Virus. I just call it that.
Well, he is a luchador, so you have to use the Spanish pronunciation. Like with Titan, it's pronounced Titan, Virus, Virus, and so on. This one's not really much of a brainer. I'm going to give it to TMDK.
I'm probably going to do the same. Let them retain.
Okay, now you can do this one.
Okay, this one is a singles match. Mustafa Ali versus Hiromu Takahashi. But this one has a twist. A stipulation. If Hiromu loses, he must publicly say that Mustafa Ali, is the best junior heavyweight wrestler in the world.
This stems from Windy City Riot, where Hiromu lost to Ali clean as a sheet. But now Hiromu needs some form of redemption. I say he gets it. Granted, when Hiromu lost to Ali, he was not in the right headspace. I mean, it took him over 5 months to get that win. The string of 6 wins he pulled off before being knocked out of the BOSJ tournament. Those were his first singles wins in almost 7 in almost 7 months.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad when you think about it. Now that he's gotten himself back on the horse, who knows what's going to happen? But I'm going to give this to Takahashi.
Fair enough. My vote for this, I'm going with the dark horse. I'm going with Mustafa.
Okay. Next up, the strong openweight titles on the line. Madman Gabe Kidd versus Blackheart Leo Rush.
Ooh, this is going to be a hell of a good match.
I mean, these two men have a lot of dark sides to them.
Don't they have a lot of beef with each other?
Not that I know, but as far as I know, they're pretty dark individuals in their own minds. On the one hand, Gabe Kidd joining World War Dogs last year caused Gabe to devolve into a grade A fucking psychopath.
Just wow.
I mean a grade A psychopath.
Yeah, go figure.
Leo Rush. The only saving grace for Gabe as to why he's not defending his title against any of the 5 guys that beat him in the G1 is because Tanahashi's made it clear he wants the strong title solely defended on U.S. soil, not on Japanese.
Yeah.
Does that suck for the guys who beat Kid in the tournament? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do we like this little stipulation with the belts going forward? No. Do we have to grin and bear it? Yes. Personally, given how rare it is for Leo to show up, I'm not seeing him taking the W here. I'm going to give this to Kid. And that's my dog for real.
Who's going to win this? Because on one hand, I would have gave retain. But on the other hand, if Leo Rush wins it, it might lead to something interesting. I'm not sure. This is a tough decision to make.
And I'm crazy enough to burn $20 on this thing.
Why would you burn $20 on a bet?
No, on the show.
Ah, I see, because you want to see it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. So, who are you taking?
This is going to be a tough one. I'm having Kid retain.
Good choice. Main event. Mercedes Moné against Momo Watanabe for the strong women's title.
Oh, Mercedes is going places now.
But still, most people have viewed her AEW stint as a dud.
It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be worse, all things considered. So if I were to pick, I don't know, Mercedes Moné or Momo. That's going to be a tough decision to make.
I mean, when was the last time Momo held a title anywhere?
Hardly.
Let's see what her last title stint was. Artist of Stardom. No, let's see. Artist of Stardom. Wonder of Stardom. Check. This was the title. That was her most recent.
Mm-hmm. What to pick, what to choose.
Let's see. Nope, her reign with this title was from 2018 to 2019. Oh, she's currently the Goddess of Stardom champion.
Well, wow.
Which is basically their tag team titles.
I see. So basically, currently Momo's a tag champ. And now she wants an opportunity to be women's champ.
And she currently holds it with the Kia.
Uh-huh. I'm just going to pick my bet and be done with it. Mercedes retains.
You want that money?
Yes, I want that money. Like how I'm trying to save up to get a new laptop. Aside from someone donating me $20 today, I'm happy for that.
I'll also go money.
It's a good decision.
That's it for tonight. Tune in on Saturday when we come back to do the finals of Pro Wrestling Noah's N1 Victory Tournament.
This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
Right? Thank God All Out's not until next weekend.
Well, are we going to make predictions for that too?
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
But it'll be at some point later next week.
Oh, just tell me when and I'll be there, provided I don't get distracted by Fortnite and whatnot.
All right. Comment, like, and sub. This is Mets228 and Mega Man and G signing out. Goodbye and good fucking night. Bang. Adios.
Adios.